Understanding Military Aircraft Carriers, Giants of the Sea. Hey everyone, today we're diving into one of the most fascinating and powerful pieces of naval technology, the military aircraft carrier. You might have seen these massive ships in movies or on the news, but what exactly are they, and why are they so crucial in modern warfare? Stick around as we unravel the mysteries behind these giants of the sea. History of aircraft carriers. Let's kick things off with a little history lesson. The concept of aircraft carriers isn't as new as you might think. The first ships started experimenting with planes back in the early 1900s. Fast forward to World War I, and the carriers began to take shape as we know them today. But it was during World War II that these behemoths truly made their mark, showcasing their power during battles like Midway. After the war, technology skyrocketed, especially in the Cold War, leading to the supercarriers we see today. Isn't it crazy how they evolved from tiny, makeshift decks to floating cities? Types of aircraft carriers. So, what kinds of aircraft carriers are out there? Generally, we can split them into two main types: conventional and nuclear-powered carriers. Conventional carriers rely on good old-fashioned fuel, while nuclear ones are powered by, you guessed it, nuclear energy. The nuclear carriers run longer on less fuel, giving them a bit of an edge when it comes to power and range. Now, they can also be classified by their roles. For example, we have fleet carriers, which are designed to launch a ton of planes for big-time operations. Then there are light carriers, which are a bit smaller and more versatile. We also have amphibious assault ships that focus on transporting troops and equipment. It's like a Swiss Army knife of naval warfare. Design and structure. Now, let's take a look at what makes up an aircraft carrier. Picture this: a massive floating city, about 1,000 feet long. The flight deck, where all the action happens, is like a busy airport, and underneath, you've got hangars for storing and maintaining the aircraft. But it's not just about launching and landing. These ships are fortified with defensive systems like missiles and close-in weapon systems to protect against incoming threats. Talk about high stakes. Operational capabilities. Now, how do these aircraft carriers actually operate? Well, launching and recovering aircraft is quite a spectacle. They use catapults to send jets roaring off the deck, achieving speeds that will leave your head spinning. And when it's time for the planes to come back, they rely on arrestor wires to catch the planes safely. Imagine playing a game of tug-of-war with jets. Intense, right? As for the types of aircraft they carry, you've got everything from nimble fighters to powerful bombers, and even surveillance planes that keep an eye on the horizon. There's a lot going on under those decks. Strategic importance. All right, let's talk about why aircraft carriers matter. They're like a country's calling card, showing off power and influence across the globe. If a country has a carrier, it can project its military might far away from its shores. They're also crucial for humanitarian missions and can respond quickly to disasters, kind of like a floating help center. During multinational operations, these carriers often play a leading role, coordinating forces from other countries. It's all about teamwork on the high seas. Challenges and controversies. However, not everything about aircraft carriers is smooth sailing. They come with hefty price tags, and maintaining them isn't cheap. Plus, they face modern threats, like cyber attacks or advanced anti-ship missiles. That leaves some critics questioning their relevance in today's warfare. And let's not forget about environmental concerns. These huge ships consume a lot of resources, and it raises questions about sustainability. It's a complex world out there. The future of aircraft carriers. So what's next for these naval giants? Technology is always moving forward, and we're seeing innovations like drones and unmanned aerial vehicles, UAVs, taking to the skies. Imagine a carrier filled with drones ready to launch. It could redefine how we approach naval combat in future conflicts. To wrap things up, aircraft carriers are not just enormous ships. They're symbols of power and modern military strategy. They play an integral role in shaping global security dynamics and will likely continue to do so for years to come. Thanks for hanging out with me today. If you learned something new, don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe for more cool content, and drop a comment below. What do you think about aircraft carriers? Let's chat.